Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. My name's Joni Harmon. I am the Vice President of Workforce Development for IACME, the Composites Institute, and we're just really happy to be here today and this week to help support the VEX competition Friday and Saturday. We are headquartered in Knoxville, Tennessee, so it's nice to come up where the weather's a little bit cooler than what we have there. I'll give you a little bit of background about the Composites Institute and who we are, how we got started. We are part of an initiative that was stood up in 2015. We were sponsored by the Department of Energy with the intent to bring back core capabilities necessary for onshoring manufacturing and bringing the U.S. back to a position of global strength and dominance in the economy as well as in manufacturing space. We're comprised of over 135 members, which is a public-private partnership. That's really what makes it work so well. We're kind of a triple helix where we are connecting national labs, government entities with industry and academia, helping them all exchange intellectual property, help get things from lab into commercialization, which is very important. A lot of things do get developed that's really incredible innovations, but so much of it never makes it to commercialization. So we help connect dots and catalyze those types of activities. One of the things that we also do is help develop the workforce of the future. And we've been doing that now since 2016, really, when I was brought on board. And we have been very successful in that along the way and have grown the programs tremendously since then. One of our most recent programs that we feel like is very applicable to the robotics competition audience is America's Cutting Edge. Now, this isn't just for students in the K through 12 space, it's for adults and anyone who really wants to have a taste of what it's like to do CNC machining. The reason for this program is it's born out of a research about the United States machine tool industry. And it turns out we have lost a lot of our core capabilities as a country to manufacture things. So the Department of Defense and federal agencies have determined that this is an industrial imperative and that we must increase our capabilities both on the technology side as well as on the workforce development side. So the manufacturing that left 20, 30 years ago, it's coming back differently. It's more high tech, it's more efficient. And so our partners at Oak Ridge National Lab and MSC Industrial, University of Tennessee, Knoxville, and others have worked together to create some new technology that we're helping to deploy out across the country in a national effort to get folks both interested in machining as a career field, but also to introduce them to the new technology, which creates efficiencies for companies. And really, our goal at IACME is to help fill the talent pipeline, and we do that through partnerships. We don't go out and try to do everything by ourselves. Much like what you guys do and how you're teaching your students to build in teams, we do the same thing. We work with community colleges, technical colleges, high schools, training providers, after-school organizations. Anyone who is touching a part of the supply chain for human capital, we want to work with them and provide them with assets and learning capabilities that includes new technologies so that we're getting that generation built up in order to meet the job demands of tomorrow. It also helps with incumbent workers. We do a lot with that as well. We have a workshop next month in Salt Lake City. Well, I guess it's this month, August. It's August 2nd today, so it's this month in Salt Lake City, and it really is focused on adult learners and incumbent workers to teach composite processes and materials and introduce new technologies in that area as well. But going back to the machining concept, it really is a novel training approach. It was developed by Tony Schmitz. Dr. Schmitz is with the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, but he also holds a joint appointment with Oak Ridge National Lab. So he's on both the R&D side as well as the education workforce development side. So he has taken a lot of the new technologies. He created a online free app that allows sensory feedback to occur when the students input what it is that they are machining in the CAM software. It will give back noise and really a lot of sensory sound and things like that so that the student can hear what their program would sound like if they were actually machining it in person. And then it introduces the new technology, so they get to see how the improvements are using the new technology. Once they've completed, once they've completed the online course, this gives them the option to have an in-person experience. And really, you guys know better than any other audience how important hands-on, in-person experiences are for learning and retention. This is a 5-day boot camp, and it allows the participant to come in and actually make a part. They're making an air engine, and that is a really fun project for them at the end. They have to get the air engine to work. There's a competition to see who can get theirs to work the quickest, and they get pretty excited about that. That's a fun activity. And what's really nice about this, in my opinion, is in 5 days, you know if you're interested in machining or not. You know if this might be an area of interest to further exploring your education, or you may have been doing it for 30 years and now you're exposed to some new technology that you can take back to your own company and improve efficiencies and profits that way. We do partner with community and technical colleges to deliver this training, and the point of that is so that once that person goes through the boot camp, they have options. They can go and get additional training with our partners. They can go into jobs, apprenticeship programs. There's all these different roads and avenues that allow individuals to explore further into this career space. Now, we started this December 7th of 2020. So right before Christmas, probably either finals week or the before finals week, and during a pandemic. So we really weren't expecting it to be so popular. We had over 1,000 online registrations by March, and to date, we're zeroing in on over 5,000 just in the ACE Online. So it has grown leaps and bounds. We really had no idea it was going to be this popular, but we're very thankful that there's that much interest in the market for learning these skills. Now, this is online, self-paced, so you might be thinking, probably you've got all these registrations, do people ever complete it? And actually they do, at a rate of over 40% completion, which I came from an online training and education background. If you can get 5% to complete an online self-paced course, you have done amazing. To see it at 40% is just mind-boggling. I didn't even know that was possible to get that high of a completion rate. So people are not just signing up for it and not taking it, they are actually completing it. And when they're done, they get, here's a map of where all of the locations are for these registrations. And we're on all 50 states plus Puerto Rico. But as I was saying, when they are done, they get a certificate of completion, plus they get a Credly digital badge that they can put on their LinkedIn profile or their other social media profiles to show that they are have completed the America's Cutting Edge program. We are now in Minnesota. We're actually here this week to do some site visits, but we have under contract University of St. Thomas and St. Cloud State University. So we will have partners here that can offer the boot camps in person. St. Cloud State University, this is their mobile learning lab. They're going to have that with the big ACE Eagle logo. So that will be going out to all the rural parts of Minnesota and reaching students that otherwise may not be aware of this program or have an opportunity to go on site at St. Cloud to take it in person. So we're really excited that they are doing that external outreach to the rural communities. Making opportunities like this available for everyone is really our goal. I mean, we don't want anyone left behind that might be interested in this career field just because lack of accessibility. So having partners like St. Cloud and St. Thomas really help make that possible. And we're so excited to get to see kids who otherwise may not be able to hear about this, or even adults. So this, I keep saying kids, I know that's who we have in the VEX program is K through 12, but this is for adults as well. We have some other programs called, one of our really great programs is Integrate, that is specific through K through 12. This is to help build capacity in the classroom. One of the things that we learned when we launched Skill Crafters, which is a separate program, it's an entrepreneurial type program where students do like this Shark Tank discovery. They they create a product that is to solve a problem that they can relate to, a real life problem. Whatever that problem may be that they come up with, it's up to the students, but they have to use composites to solve the problem. So we had kids like, oh, we're going to make these tents, and they'll have a cart for homeless people so that they have shelter. And they were making their tents with the floor being carbon fiber fabric, and the tent poles were going to be made out of steel. Well, we know carbon fiber is lighter and stronger than steel, and you certainly wouldn't want to put it down as the floor, and you'd want to make your poles out of that. So what we discovered was students don't really grasp the concept of carbon fiber composites, and the teachers weren't comfortable with the subject matter, so they weren't teaching it. So we created Integrate, which is everything you need to know for that age group. Not everything you need to know, but it has everything that they need to teach curriculum around composites for that age group. We offer Train the Trainer. We send out some of our partners from University of Tennessee, Knoxville, go out and help launch this with the teachers and give them reinforcement, because we want the teachers to feel comfortable with the content. And we don't want this crate to go up on the shelf, which is often what happens, and we want to make sure that this has an impact. So when the students do their Skill Crafters competition, they actually understand more about composites and how that can be a beneficial material in the manufacturing of a product. We get industry involved to be one of the judges. Well, we have a panel of judges. They come from industry, and they get so excited about these kids and their ideas. They really love this. And this is a scalable program. It's our program, but we're happy to give it to anyone who wants to deploy that content, and we'll help build up capacity in your area and support you on that. In 2022, we started out with 271 participants, and I really didn't think we were going to do that well, because quite frankly, it just wasn't taking off like I thought it would. Then I hired this lovely woman named Kim Harris, who got so passionate about it. She started calling all of the people that she had worked with in partnership, and she got all these partners going. And just this year alone, she and Terry Lester, who also helps support this, not even in Terry's job description, she just loves kids, and she got on board with it. We've had over 2,000 participants go through the program just this year alone, and it's being piloted in the Knoxville area in 2 schools. And we're starting again this fall to kind of work out some of the things that lessons learned, before we go full deployment across the nation. But when you get people excited about things and they want to partner with you, magic happens. And the teachers and kids and even the parents are so excited about this. Yesterday we were talking in the back, and it was really, we say kids will help open the eyes of parents and adults and help change the perception about manufacturing not being a great career field, because the kids are taking home things, they're showing their parents, they're so excited that they created something, and they're building confidence, which is exactly what our intent is to help build confidence. And that really, I think, is a great compliment to what you guys are trying to do with the VEX teams, is help them get hands-on experience, learn about science, but it's still fun, and they get confidence, and then they start exploring and thinking more about the possibilities of opportunities in their future to have STEM-related careers. So that's just a little bit about what we do. You're welcome to visit our website at americascuttingedge.org. Everything we offer is free to you. We are so excited to be in Minnesota and come up here and visit everybody, and hope to come back again. So if you have any questions, I do have my email and my cell phone up there, and I'll be around in the area and tomorrow, so happy to answer any questions or take any online if there are any. Thank you.